to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the road is my home and there's so many milkers birding my dome like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell, Sylvester Stallone. They showing me love in my city.
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here at...
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, you don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head and when you ever overstated. Your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You on the Christ when I pray on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm sick in the head. Come on. Come on. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Number 53, Mike 53. Come to my work. Zebra. Come to my work.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working out it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
The first carry for C.J. Posey. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. Mahomes going to throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Brad McDougal. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf. 62 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down. Speaking of Damian Williams, great Super Bowl. 17 carries over 100 yards and a touchdown on the ground. Charles, he also had one in a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. He was looking for his tight end, Kelce. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Well, they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Set, 380.
53, Mike. Not today, you are. Not today.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Taking it in from 2 yards out. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded about a yard deep. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Mahomes will try again on second down. Gets this one to Hill. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. 9 catches, 105 yards for Tyreek Hill in the Super Bowl, and he likely had the biggest play of the game, wouldn't you say?
I would say so. 44-yard catch on 3rd and 15. Usually you're trying to just find enough space to get over the sticks, right? Get a 16, 18-yard gain, which is difficult in and of itself. But 44 yards on 3rd and 15. San Francisco had contained him so well throughout the game because you know what it's like with Tyreek Hill. When he catches the ball, you better surround him or he'll break a big one. Finally does it at the key point, and that starts the comeback for Kansas City. Paved the way for the first of 3 KC touchdowns in the 4th quarter.
Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Here's Carson. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Go. Go.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at about the 32.
Rush in. Rush in.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Mahomes hit, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And now off to the races, down the right side. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a... Great play for that defensive unit. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Here's Myers now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but hold on a minute.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams taking it in as they are now on the board here in the first half. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. It's a short kick, taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it 6 points up. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaw Breeland. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Dancing. The ball comes out. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. So he went out of the pocket left, and then things got dicey.
And what often happens is when they get outside, they want to keep their eyes downfield in order to try and complete a pass. But when they try to make a play, they've got to get their footwork involved. And that can really mess them up as well. And in this case, nothing went right, and the ball got knocked free.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Forced out, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Ziggy Ansah, the number 5 pick in 2013, credited with a sack.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now it's Wilson. Steps away. That's caught by Hollister. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. The extra point now coming from Myers. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Jadeveon Clowney able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mahomes, his throw incomplete. Damian Williams, the man he was looking for. And now it's 3rd down.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Now it's Lockett. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Give him 30 yards there. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Now Wilson. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turns into a nice play.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson being chased out left. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. It got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And that's incomplete.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area. So no grounding call.
Flushed out right. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
On first down, Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 20. With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards. Now with the season over, Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP, Coach of the Year. John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year. Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. That went to Kyler Murray and Nick Bosa. And the Comeback Player of the Year, Charles, Ryan Tannehill. No surprise there.
Not to mention the #1 award that the NFL gives out, the one that they give the most, the credence isn't the right word, the most attention to, and the one that they want trumpeted the most, that's the Walter Payton Man of the Year, because that represents the totality of a player in the NFL, not just what they do on the field, but off the field as well. And that goes to Calais Campbell, the defensive tackle for the Jacksonville Jaguars. What a great award. Congratulations, Calais.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. That one going to be complete to David Moore. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. David Moore, 65 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Let's get to some Hall of Fame talk while we have a second, because last week we mentioned the 15 guys that we knew were going into the Hall. 5 added: Isaac Bruce, Steve Hutchinson, Edgerrin James, Steve Atwater, and Troy Polamalu. You think about it, CD. For Polamalu, it was his first year of eligibility. People knew he would go in. Atwater was his 16th year. He had to wait a long time.
He certainly did, and I often wonder about the psychology of it all, because when you're young in your career, meaning young retired, right, these things mean something to you. But I don't know if they hit with the same impact as it will for Steve Atwater. 16th year. Now, I think Steve would like somewhere to be a happy medium. Maybe the 8th year would have been a lot better. But the bottom line is, the older you get, boy, imagine the emotions running through there, the validation, probably haven't had the applause in a long time. That's going to come back to you now. Troy Polamalu, he essentially stepped off the field and into the Hall of Fame, but it doesn't matter. Bottom line is getting there. Congratulations to all.
Hey, 57.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ziggy Ansah picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's a 2nd sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
After the sack on 1st down, Mahomes, it's Hill, complete. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play, and even 40 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game, and if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Come on.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. Butker on for the PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Wilson escaping the pressure right. And he's got the hook up to Moore. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. A gain there of 21 yards. On first down, Wilson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo. Didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Let's go, Lou, lady!
I don't even know why this team showed up.
They run it again with Williams. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
First down, Kansas City.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ezekiel Ansah able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. And that is incomplete. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Here we go, 4th down, Mahomes. He's got a man, it's Williams. Then he will finally be taken down, but how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now here's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The Chiefs on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Flush to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. And the Seahawks on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And they've been burned twice already on fourth down, but the third time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. They'll run on first down. Carson had a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
53, Mike. 65.
Wilson now off the bootleg, rolling to his right. He's got his man on the crossing route. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Wilson going to hand it to Procise. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to have a third down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And hold everything here. This one is not over yet. They return it for the touchdown.
They continue to fight, don't they?
This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken short. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
Yeah, another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. Throwing now is Wilson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Wilson wants to throw it. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Wilson. That's caught by Hollister. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
Here's Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Wilson, escaping the pressure right. Oh, no, he lost the football. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Ready? 53's the mic. All day, just like that. Just like that.
Wilson to throw. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Check 53's mic. Check pass.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson eluding the pressure right. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.